Hello, Tiger fans. I'm Brian Yanselson, and I'm here with senior pitcher James Nittoli, and this is our first Tiger Network Zoom interview. So, James, just tell me, where were you when you found out that the season had been canceled due to this pandemic?
I was standing in line at Chipotle, um, about to order. I was there with Sammy right before our game on Wednesday, and I got a notification that I got an email kind of with the update on COVID. And I just kind of read through it real quick and saw that they were extending spring break, which I was happy about. And then eventually I saw that they were canceling all spring sports. And so I was very disappointing, but there's nothing really I could do about it.
So, you mentioned you had a game that night. So, what was your reaction going back to the field, being with your teammates? What was that all about?
We got back to the field and before the game, and so we had a little meeting with all the seniors. Guys were trying to figure out what's like the best course of action to like try to save the year. This was before they came out with all the waiver for everybody, and so yeah, it was weird because it was only a few hours before the game, and then we had to reset and then go play. But we still won, so that was good.
What was the feeling like inside that meeting with all the seniors at that time?
A lot of guys were frustrated. Everyone was frustrated. We didn't really understand why the school was canceling it, but obviously as everything came out after that, we kind of understood. But I mean, we were definitely sad and disappointed.
So we found out relatively soon after that day that the NCAA was going to grant every player an extra year of eligibility. What was your first thought when you heard that news?
I was excited. Obviously, there was a chance that I could come back and play, but my situation's a little different than everyone else since it'll be my sixth year with the transfer and the red shirt. So they actually only gave back that semester and that semester of eligibility, and then that semester counting towards how long you have to complete your eligibility. So I have to apply for a waiver, which it's in the process of doing that right now if I want to be a full-time student in the fall, because I'm going to do the accounting program. So still waiting to hear back on that, but I think it should pass. So I'm hopeful.
So with all that said, what does your ideal year look like next year?
My ideal year is next year I'll in the fall start the accounting program. Hopefully, well, I'm going to do that no matter what the NCAA says. And so do that. I probably won't be able to participate in like fall practice just because that's one of the things they said in the update. But do that and then do it in the spring and play baseball.
Was it a no-brainer to try to come back, or did you hesitate at all? Did you go through a long process deciding that?
It wasn't a long process, but I mean, I didn't want to come back and just like add a minor or something and not be in school in the fall and then have to pay in the spring and stuff like that. So I wanted to make it worth the extra year of playing baseball. And so I applied for the accounting program and I got in. So I think that'll be worth it coming back for my sixth year.
So the team was ranked second nationally when all this happened. You had started off strong with 2 outings of 7 or more innings, just 1 run allowed. How are you hoping to keep that momentum from the early start this year after a long break into next year?
Just kind of work out over the summer, and then in the fall, obviously I might not be able to participate in practice, but there's going to be a bunch of us in my class that aren't going to be able to do that. So just kind of repeat the whole process that I've done over the last 4 years and just work out and throw and then go out and pitch.
With fields and gyms closed over the last few months, so how have you been training?
I have a little setup in my garage where I have a few weights and stuff like that. So I've been doing that, and then I've also just been going on runs.
Did the decisions of other seniors impact your ultimate decision, or have y'all been helping each other in any way? How's that been?
Yes and no. I mean, obviously, there's a few of us that are coming back. I think most of us are actually. So I obviously wanted to be a part of that and play with them for one more year. But I mean, ultimately, I had to figure out what was best for me and for my future. And I think doing the accounting program and playing baseball is the best thing.
About 2 months into quarantine now, what would you say you miss the most from being outside the house?
Just being able to go out and do stuff. Honestly, nothing's really open. I mean, the only thing I really do is go to Chipotle with Sammy, and so just being able to go out and do stuff and not have to wear a mask.
Well, if you had to leave Tiger fans with one message from all of this and going into the summer that is very uncertain and then into next year, what would you leave them with?
Um, I guess just focus on controlling what you can control. Um, there's a lot of stuff that's out of our hands with this situation, in terms of when things are going to go back to normal. So just focus on what you can control.
Thank you so much, James. Look forward to seeing you next year out on the field.
Thanks, Brian.